Okay, friends, I wanted to pick up from where we left off. To start with the baking soda gummy bear experiment, what happened to this one was it did not change color. It stayed the same color. The size has definitely, it grew in size. The texture of it became more like a jello, jiggly, like jello, yeah, just kind of soft and jiggly. It's almost like falling apart compared to the regular non-tested gummy here. Next is the hydrogen peroxide gummy bear here. Same with as the baking soda gummy bear, it grew in size. The hydrogen peroxide and baking soda gummy bears were actually about the same size. The color changed just a little. It's not deep bright green like the regular non-tested gummy bear here. It's more like it's like a clear greenish color. The texture is same as the baking soda here. It's also jiggly, mushy, not as firm and bouncy like the regular gummy bear. And that was the hydrogen peroxide. Next one is salt. The salt gummy bear was, it did not change much in size. It's about the same size as a regular gummy bear. Regular gummy bears are about, they're approximately 2 centimeters, just under an inch in measurement. So it's about the same size. The color turned more pinkish color. It's not like bright red like the regular gummy bear here. The texture is, it's not as melty like the hydrogen peroxide or the baking soda gummy bears here. It's it's holding its form. It's not falling apart when I kind of like mess with it with my spoon here. It's holding its form. Not as, it's soft, but it's not as jiggly, and it's not like melty. It's not melting when I push on it. And so that was the salt gummy bear experiment. Next one is vinegar. So vinegar gummy bear, this is the vinegar gummy bear. This one's regular. I just wanted to put it next to the vinegar gummy bear tested gummy bear to show the contrast. But this is what happened to the vinegar gummy bear. It was so tricky to scoop it with my spoon here to take it out of the vinegar and place it into the paper towel here, because it was just so delicate. It was almost like scooping whipped cream. As you can see, it just completely, it lost its form, its shape, almost like turned into liquid. This used to be a red gummy bear like this regular one here. It turned into like really soft jello concentration. And that was vinegar, so it looks like vinegar just completely melted it. As for size, you guys didn't see the size, but I was unable to show the size because it was like just completely fell apart and melted. But the size was a little bit bigger. It grew in size a little, not as big as the hydrogen peroxide or the baking soda. Was a little smaller in size, but bigger than a regular gummy bear. The last one is actually my favorite, and that's the Coca-Cola Toss-It Gummy Bear. This is what it looks like. I believe this was an orange gummy bear. It turned into more like it has some brown, this slimy, runny brown, kind of nasty looking residue on it. Yeah, maybe it's from obviously from the Coke. It grew the largest. It grew bigger than the hydrogen peroxide and the baking soda gummy bears. It was probably even twice bigger than these two here. So in size, it was the largest one. It changed into like I said, there's this brown, kind of like gooey residue, but it also looks like it changed into like a copper type of color, like a pinkish copper color. It's jiggly, it's in texture, it's like jello as well. Yes, it's almost like falling apart too. So a lot of them were, I would say between the three, like the Coke and the hydrogen peroxide and the baking soda, the textures of those three were more like jiggly and falling apart, just like melty textures. The salt gummy bear held its form. It's soft, not as firm as the regular non-tested gummy bear, but it was not as jelly-like or as jello-like texture. It's a little more firm. The vinegar gummy bear just completely melted. The vinegar just completely like melted into almost liquid here. Yeah, so these are the 5 different liquids I used: Coke, vinegar, salt, hydrogen peroxide, and baking soda. Like I said, I just submerged the gummy bears overnight for like 24 hours or so. And then I just waited and showed you guys the transformation of these different gummy bears. What happened to them. You guys can try this with other different liquids like milk, sugar water, regular water, plain water, or you can use distilled water. Any different liquids you can think of, just kind of improvise. Help your kids out with some of these liquids just for their own safety, everyone's safety. Kind of just assist them and guide them. And after 24 hours, if you guys do this at 10 o'clock in the morning, it should be ready the following day at 10 a.m. Show it to your kids. Remove the gummy bears out of the liquids and just place them on the paper towel like this, or on plate, paper plate, anything, and have your kids describe what happened to the gummy bears, to the tested gummy bears. Yeah, just to kind of just to see what they can observe, what they observed from this type of gummy bear experiment. All right, friends, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.